A uniform circular disk of radius 50 centimeter at rest is free to turn about an axis which is perpendicular to its plane and passes through its center. It is subjected to a torque which produces a constant angular acceleration of 2 radians per second. Its net acceleration in meter per second. Its net acceleration in meter per second square at the end of 2 seconds is approximately. Okay. So first, let's me draw a diagram and then we'll go into the details of this. Okay, so a uniform circular disk. So this represents a circular disk of radius 50 centimeter. Radius is 50 centimeter at rest. So at t is equal to 0, we can write that omega 0 is equal to 0. Okay, is free to turn about an axis which is perpendicular. So if we were to assume a plane that is perpendicular to this, so this might be the plane, right? The plane containing the disk. So yes, so we have the plane containing disk. There's a disk and it is perpendicular passing through the. Okay, now we have to mark the center. So it is passing to the center. Okay. It is subject to a torque. So this is the external torque acting on it. Okay. So let us say this is torque external. Why not F external? Because we're not talking about linear motion. We're talking about circular motion where force is analogous to torque, right? Okay, so we torque external. Now, when it is rotated like this, what happens? There will be displacement in the disk, and this point A will say it after 2 seconds it moves like this and gradually reaches here. So if we have to mark the displacement, it will look something like this. So there's this much amount of. My bad, if there is this much amount of displacement, okay, and the body and the position A is reached now. Okay, now constant angular acceleration. So we can say that during this motion, angular acceleration alpha is given to us as 2 radians per second. Okay, 2 radians per second. Now we need to find out the net acceleration. Okay, so the first thing we need to understand is what is net acceleration. Let us first understand that point. So say at this point A, there are 2 components of acceleration. One which is the tangential acceleration AT, and the other which is the centripetal acceleration AC. Now this will remain the same when the object is in motion. So say at this point it is tangential acceleration AT, right? And then we have centripetal acceleration which is acting towards the center. Okay, so one more time we have, so at this point A we have one component of acceleration which is centripetal acceleration AC, and we have another component of acceleration which is tangential acceleration AT. And what is tangential acceleration formula? AT, tangential acceleration AT is given by r times alpha, and what is centripetal acceleration AC? It is given by r. So it is given by r omega square. Okay, so now let us find out these 2 values. So what is okay, it's getting a bit clump stuff here. Okay, so what is AT? AT we just wrote it as r into alpha. What is the value of r? Given to us as 50 centimeters. So this becomes 50 upon 100, right, into alpha. What is the value of alpha? 2 radians per second. So this is 2. So it is 10 by 10, which is equal to 1. So tangential acceleration AT is equal to 1. Now what we have is AC. So what is AC? AC is r into omega square. Now how do we write r into omega square? What is r? R is again 50 by 100. And what is omega square? See, omega is actually omega 0 plus alpha into t, right? Now what is omega 0? Omega 0 is 0, and therefore omega 0 becomes 0, and what we get is omega is alpha into t. Therefore what is omega square? Omega square is alpha square t square. So instead of omega square, I can write here alpha square into t square. Therefore AC becomes 50 by 100 is 5 by 10 times what is alpha? Alpha, the value of alpha is given to us as 2. So this becomes 2 square into t. T is also 2 seconds. So into 4. So 2 square is 4, 4 square, 2 square is 4, 4 is 16, 16 into 5 is 80, 80 by 10 is 8. So what we get is AC is equal to 8. Now if 80 is equal to, sorry, so we can write here that AC is actually equal to 8, and we can write that 80, right? 80 is equal to 1, in which case what is A net? A net is equal to root of 80 square plus AC square, which is equal to root of what is 80? 80 is 1 square plus AC is 8 square. So what we get is root of 65. So 7 squares is 49, 8 square is 64. Therefore, the value should be definitely greater than 8, and therefore we round it to be 8, which gives us the correct option as option D.